The universe is a vast and intricate tapestry, woven from the threads of potentiality. Everything that exists, from the smallest subatomic particle to the largest galaxy, began as a mere possibility. This fundamental truth is enshrined in two immutable laws of potentiality. First, everything that is realized must have first existed as potential. Nothing can spring forth from absolute nothingness. Every object, every event, every thought was once a seed of possibility waiting to sprout. Second, potential is not static. It is in a constant state of flux, always transforming, always seeking realization. The universe is a dynamic system, a swirling vortex of potentialities constantly shifting and changing. These two laws underpin the very fabric of reality. They govern the evolution of stars, the formation of planets, and the emergence of life itself. To understand the universe, we must first grasp the fundamental nature of potentiality. Before the dawn of time, before the birth of stars, before the first whisper of existence, there was the all-potential state. This state, which we can call the infinite potential threshold, was a realm of pure possibility, a boundless ocean of potentialities yet to be realized. Imagine, if you will, a state of being where everything that could be already was, but not in any way that we could perceive or comprehend. It was a realm of pure information, a cosmic blueprint containing the seeds of every star, every planet, every life form that ever was, is, or ever will be. The infinite potential threshold was not an empty void. It was a state of infinite density and infinite possibility, a singularity of boundless potential. It was from this fertile ground that our universe, and indeed all possible universes, sprang forth. But how did this transition from potentiality to actuality occur? What force, what principle could have propelled the universe from the formless void of the infinite potential threshold into the vibrant tapestry of existence we observe today? The answer, I believe, lies in the concept of primordial consciousness. Primordial consciousness is not consciousness in the human sense. It is not something that thinks or feels or experiences emotions. Rather, it is a fundamental property of the universe, an underlying principle of order and organization that pervades all of existence. Primordial consciousness is the architect of reality, the silent conductor orchestrating the symphony of creation. Primordial consciousness acts upon the infinite potential threshold not through force or energy, but through the subtle influence of logical sense. It is the principle of organization, the force that compels potential to actualize in a coherent and meaningful way. With the awakening of primordial consciousness, the process of creation begins. The infinite potential threshold, under the guidance of primordial consciousness, begins to differentiate. The first rudimentary forms of existence, the building blocks of matter and energy, begin to coalesce. This marks the dawn of pre-biological consciousness. Pre-biological consciousness is not consciousness as we typically understand it. It is not associated with any particular life form or biological organism. Instead, it is a kind of proto-consciousness, a nascent awareness embedded within the very fabric of reality. This pre-biological consciousness evolves through four distinct phases: primitive, complex, advanced, and sophisticated. Each phase represents a significant leap in the organization and complexity of information within the nascent universe. From simple beginnings, primitive pre-biological consciousness. The primitive phase of pre-biological consciousness is characterized by the emergence of the first minimal information bits, or IBs. These IBs are the most basic units of information, kind of like the zeros and ones in a computer code. They represent the most fundamental distinctions: something versus nothing, existence versus non-existence. The emergence of these IBs is a momentous event. It marks the transition from a state of pure potentiality to a state where information, and thus the potential for complexity, can exist. Now, these IBs are confirmed by elementary consciousness, or EB, a rudimentary form of awareness that recognizes their existence and significance. Think of EB as the universe waking up and becoming aware of itself, one tiny bit of information at a time. This rudimentary awareness, though infinitesimally small, is the seed from which all subsequent forms of consciousness will sprout. The rise of complexity, complex pre-biological consciousness. As the universe continues to expand and cool, the IBs, guided by PB and confirmed by Ebb, begin to interact and combine, forming more complex structures. This marks the beginning of the complex phase of pre-biological consciousness. Think of a child with building blocks. At first, the child might only be able to stack a few blocks on top of each other, but as the child grows and learns, they can create more complex and intricate structures. Similarly, the universe, guided by PB and confirmed by Ebb, is learning to organize information in increasingly complex ways. This leads to the emergence of more complex structures, such as atoms and molecules. The universe is becoming more intricate, more interconnected. Towards organization advanced pre-biological consciousness. The advanced phase of pre-biological consciousness is characterized by the emergence of self-replicating molecules. This is a pivotal moment in the journey from potentiality to actuality. For the first time, the universe is not simply existing. It is beginning to replicate itself, to create copies of its own information. Imagine a single, self-replicating molecule drifting in the primordial soup of a young planet. This molecule, through the interactions of its constituent IBs, guided by PB and confirmed by Ebb, has the ability to create copies of itself. This ability to self-replicate is a fundamental property of life. It is the engine that drives evolution, the force that propels the universe towards ever-increasing complexity and diversity. The universe is no longer just a collection of inert matter, it is teeming with the potential for life. The sophisticated phase of pre-biological consciousness sees the emergence of proto-cells, the precursors to true living cells. These proto-cells are not yet alive in the full sense of the word, but they possess many of the characteristics of living organisms. These proto-cells, driven by the same principles of PB and Ebb, are able to maintain an internal environment distinct from their surroundings, to metabolize energy, and even to respond to stimuli in their environment. The emergence of proto-cells represents a crucial step in the evolution of consciousness. These structures, though still rudimentary, are the crucibles within which life as we know it will eventually arise. The universe is on the verge of a profound transformation. The emergence of the first true living cells marks the transition from pre-biological to biological consciousness. This is perhaps the most significant leap in the entire evolutionary journey. With the advent of life, consciousness takes on a whole new dimension. Biological consciousness, unlike pre-biological consciousness, is embodied. It is inextricably linked to the physical structure and function of living organisms. It is the awareness that allows organisms to sense their environment, to respond to stimuli, and to navigate the challenges of survival and reproduction. From the simplest single-celled organisms to the most complex animals, biological consciousness is expressed in a dazzling array of forms. It is the driving force behind the instinct to survive, the urge to reproduce, and the complex social interactions that characterize so much of the animal kingdom. The evolution of consciousness does not end with the emergence of biological life. With the advent of humans, a new chapter in the story of consciousness begins, the era of post-biological consciousness. Post-biological consciousness is characterized by its ability to transcend the limitations of the physical body. Through language, art, music, and technology, humans have developed the capacity to create, share, and transmit information in ways that were unimaginable to our pre-human ancestors. From the invention of written language to the development of the internet, post-biological consciousness has exploded in scope and complexity. We are now witnessing the emergence of artificial intelligence, a new form of consciousness that may one day surpass our own. The journey from the all-potential state to the emergence of post-biological consciousness is a testament to the awe-inspiring power of potentiality. It is a story of constant evolution, of increasing complexity, of the relentless drive of the universe to realize its full potential. From the smallest subatomic particle to the largest galaxy, from the simplest single-celled organism to the human mind, everything that exists is a manifestation of this fundamental principle. The universe is not static. It is a dynamic, ever-evolving entity, constantly unfolding in accordance with the laws of potentiality. As we continue to explore the universe and unlock the secrets of consciousness, we are, in a very real sense, uncovering our own origins. We are witnessing the unfolding of a grand cosmic drama, a drama that began with the whisper of potentiality and continues to this day.